Good morning, everyone. So, time to get started. It's 5 o'clock today, and today is day 61 of the program. So, thanks everyone for joining. Uh, so, before we start, I wanted to share. Well, to start with, I want to share one thought with you, which is that a question that I've been thinking about for some time, which is um, very often we set very lofty goals for ourselves, especially when you want to achieve something desperately. You want to crack a big exam, or you want to, let's say, uh, get a job that you have been aspiring for, or crack a difficult job interview, or lose weight, or there's some big milestone that we have that we want to achieve. And if you talk to you and your friends around us, almost every one of us, we have these big goals. And yet we people take up those big goals, and there's this thing that even I used to believe in, that having that goal setting is very, very important. That if you have a big goal, that is going to drive us, and it will help us be successful. What I've found, when I've been thinking about and looking at the patterns, including my own life, when I have set big goals, how has it helped, how has it not helped, what I've found surprisingly is that this excessive focus on setting big goals, it is actually making it harder to achieve those goals. In fact, a lot of failure that is happening in our lives is because of those big goals. I'll explain to you why. I'm not saying big goals are bad. Actually, we require them, but I'll tell you where the problem is. The problem is this. So let us say you decide that I'm going to I want to lose, let's say, 10 kgs. I mean, and in my case, that may not be my goal, but I'm just taking it as an example. I may have some other goal. Um, or you may have a goal that, okay, I want to finish. You have a book that you want to read. I'll finish this book in 2 days time, something like that, right? Now, when you have those big goals, um, what does your mind want? So think about, like, what is the what gives you gratification. So what gives you gratification is achieving that goal. But when you have a very big goal which requires a lot of time, a lot of effort, you know that you are not going to be there is no way you're going to achieve that goal within a day, within 2 days, within 10 days. Let's say it's something that is going to take you a couple of months or a couple of years. Let's assume that. In that case, what's happening? Now you have set a big goal. Now you start working on it, and after one day you'll feel that you are no closer. It's like, you if you have to go from the ground floor of a building to first floor, you are trying to jump from the ground floor to first floor. So you jump, let's say, 1.5 feet, and you fall down again. Then you jump again. Then finally you say, oh, let's give it up. We cannot climb this building. It's no use. And then we drop off. That is what happens every single time when we set a big goal and start trying to achieve, and then we give up after one or two tries, because we are we are looking at the wrong thing. We are trying to jump from the first floor to the second floor, which is impossible for every single human being. Now think about it logically. What should you be doing? What I should be doing, what you should be doing is find a staircase and go one step, one step, one step. So go one step at a time, and we'll get to the end goal. And the reason this is important is, see, we are human beings. Whether we like it or not, we are all looking for some kind of gratification, some kind of satisfaction. Now, if, let's say, you set your goal in your mind, your goal is every day I need to climb one. I need to climb like one step in the flight of stairs. I'll take one step. Right? Then for you, every day there is one small achievement. Okay, today I have covered one step. Tomorrow, one more step. So every day, your satisfaction and your confidence, it keeps building up. Which means we don't need one big goal. It's required. In fact, if you want to go to the second floor, you need to know where you want to get to. So the big goal setting is important, but only to the point where it shows us what direction to take, and when you get there, I have reached there, right? So it is important as a sort of to give you the north star, to give you the direction which you have to move. But that is not something that you can achieve, and that is not going to satisfy you. It is not going to meet our craving for sense of achievement, and that is why every single time we set big goals, we fail. So what is the answer? Answer is very simple. Set small steps, set small goals which will ultimately lead to the big goal. But don't worry about it. Your worry should be every single day. Did I take one step today? That's all. That's the only thing you can do, and that is the best thing you can do. So if you are thinking of losing weight, forget losing 10 kgs. I don't care about losing 10 kgs, right? So start with, like, okay, if you're losing 10 kgs, what is the step? Step is maybe I need to at least work out for half an hour. I need to at least day one, forget, even if workout is hard, let's say you start, okay, I want to start by starting walking for 30 minutes every day. Start with something small. Right? And then do that, right? Second thing is, we need instant gratification. So one thing which we teach in our habit formation classes, etc., is that when you have something, make it visual. So let's say you have a chart in your house. You mark that, okay, so you put the dates 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and every day when you have done your half an hour walk, put a tick, right? Now you can see that, okay, I've taken one step, second step, third step, and then you see, okay, yeah, so I'm making progress. In 5 to 10 days time, you will start getting your confidence back. That, okay, I can do this, right? And then gradually increase the intensity, then make it very longer, make it harder, and then push yourself. And that is how. And the second benefit of this whole thing is, once you have done it for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 days, right? Then after that, it becomes a habit. Once it becomes a habit, right, now you're set. Now you're getting there, and you will get there. So this is something that there's a pattern that I sort of noticed. And even in my own life, whenever I look at something big, to I want to finish this whole curriculum in like 3 days time. And then you find yourself struggling, and then you beat yourself up and say, yeah, I'm useless, right? No, you're not useless. I'm not useless. It is just that we are using the wrong mental framework. So yeah, so that is one thought I wanted to share with you. By the way, good news, we are starting the learning groups pretty soon. The emails are, I think, emails and messages. Some of them went out yesterday. Some of them will go out today and tomorrow. So those of you who are looking to learn something, and you want some learning community, you want to be part of a learning community, and you want to have some kind of learning structure, feel free to join, right? And if you find interesting, share with your friends, etc. So okay, so time to get started now. It's 5:08. So very quickly about the morning routine today. So we are going to do meditation and workout. Meditation. We are going to find a place, sit comfortably somewhere, on a chair, on a ground, wherever, right? Take a few deep breaths, right? Breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. Couple of times. 4 bar, 5 bar, whatever, like, do a couple of times. And when you breathe in a little forcefully. So what happens is, the oxygen supply increases, and you after that you'll calm down. Then breathe normally. Okay. So 5, 6, 7, whatever deep breaths. Then close your eyes, breathe normally, focus on the breath, just focus on the sensation, enjoy that, the simplicity of the experience, right? We're looking for some everything we try to do is very complicated, very, here's like something very, very simple. Just focus on the breath. When the breath goes in, there are sensations throughout the body, right? Pick any sensation. So as an example, the stomach rising, falling, or when the air enters, there's some coolness, whichever. Pick one sensation, just focus on that, right? And start counting. If you feel it's useful, most people will find it useful. And in between, when your mind gets distracted, when you're doing this, suddenly you're thinking of something else. When that happens, realize that, okay, I have wandered off, right? And then that thought that you have, that which is not bothering you, the thought which has come, just acknowledge it. That, oh, I'm thinking about driving to work, or thinking about this movie. And then let that thought go, right? Gently. Don't We are not suppressing it, we are not fighting it, we are not saying, oh, this again, it's disturbing me. No, that's fine, right? Let it go. Now it's gone. And bring attention back to the breath, right? It's a practice session. Think of it like, working out in a gym. You have to do it again and again and again. And that is how we'll build our meditation skills. Do it for 10, 15 minutes. If you can do 20, 30 minutes, phenomenal. That's really great, right? And after that, we're going to do physical workout. Again, physical workout, one more suggestion I have is, those of you who have a fixed routine and you're doing it regularly, perfectly fine. You don't have to do anything. Just stick to it. Do this, and once in a while, try to change the routine, try different things, but at least have a minimal routine that you stick to. For those who don't have a routine, what you can do is, what I talked about in the beginning, right? To build a habit, build a tracker. right? So take a chart paper, put on your wall, put the dates, and every single day that you stick to the routine, put a tick mark there. Right? So create those small wins, and after 5 days, 10 days, when you have accumulated those small, it's like having a 5 rupee coin. One 5 rupee coin doesn't feel very satisfying, but when you have 15 of them, visualize this, right? You have 15 5 rupee coins in a box or something which you have earned, right? It's you this is like you have accumulated, and then the 16th come. Now you feel it's like valuable because it's come through your effort, right? So put those ticks. This, we call it habit tracker, right? Very simple idea. There's nothing very complicated, right? So every single day you do your workout, put a tick there, and then that will become your, that'll become your driver. Okay, it'll push you every single day. So let's do those things. And life is actually if you think about it, if you want to motivate and inspire ourselves, it is not that complicated. um, Most of us, myself very much included, right, we are looking for sometimes something to come and inspire us, and it's good. I'm not saying inspiration is not required. Inspiration, if you get occasional inspiration from somebody, even if you look at, you hear something, you read something, those things are, they're very useful. But it's those are things that you'll get some spike sometimes, right? In a day, once a day, twice, once in 2 days, once in 3 days. But what you require is, you require the discipline to act every single day, and that cannot come from somebody else's speech. It has to come from the systems that you're building, your own habits, your own, the way you think about life, right? So this thing I talked about, creating a chart, putting a tick mark, those are the systems you are creating to create your own inspiration. It's like, you make your own. If you cook your own food in the kitchen every single day, you can feed yourself. You're waiting for someone to come and give you food. That may happen once in a few days, right? So we are not dependent on anything. Let's build our own systems. Let us build our own habits. And once we build a few good habits, they will bring other good habits, and then whatever goals you have, like, we will get there. Right? It's not, nothing is impossible. It's just a matter of keep pushing. You'll fail, but get up and walk again. And every single time we look for those small wins. That's all we want. Big wins are nothing but sum of all the small wins. Okay. Nobody cracks an ITJ exam in 2 days time. Nobody gets into any big job just by preparing for 5 days. They do it over the years, and therefore it's important to feel every single day that today we hit a goal, we achieved something. So that's about it. Thanks for joining, and it's 5:13, so time to get started. Let me just say hello to all our team members here. So Pranay, Chetna, Srishti, Prashant, Sagar, Rahul Srivastav, and then Rakesh, Kripa, Nikhil, Sachin, Shashank, Rajat. One second, this thing moved here. Nisha, Vineet, Nikhil, Shivam, Keshav, Nilakhi, Hariom, Shivam, Vineet, Saurabh, Shubham, Alok, Dushyant, Himashu, Mayank Shekhar, Avinash, Rajiv, um, Shivam, Arun, Ankush, Utsav, Pasha, Ankit, Sharad Shetty, Ketan, Abhimanyu, Rutul Shah. I think it's your day one, so welcome everyone. Thanks for joining. Let me see if there are any questions here. Shivam has a question. Just want to clarify that it is necessary to have at least 6 hours sleep, or is it just in our mind? There's some people say it's all in our mind. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. Sleep requirement, it's not in your mind. Okay, just throw that idea out. Doesn't matter who says it. I have seen, I'll not take names, but I've seen some very well-known people say that, I can live on 2 hours of sleep, 3 hours of sleep. Uh, it's nonsense. Okay. I also want to believe that I can live on 2 hours of sleep. I cannot, you cannot. We all need 7 to 8 hours. Okay, 6 hours. I don't get 7 to 8 hours every single day, but that's because my habit is sort of still not stabilized. It'll get there. That's fine. I don't worry about it. When you wake up in the morning, one mistake I used to make in the past is, oh, how much did I sleep? No, it doesn't matter. Once you woke up, you're up. Assume that you slept well. Always, every single day. Okay, I slept well. That's assumption. Don't question it. But at night, when you have to go to sleep, don't say, oh, 2 hours is enough, I'll sleep. No. You need 7 to 8 hours. period. Now it varies across people. Some people can manage with 6, but I would say it's a terrible idea to believe that you can do away with sleep. Right. So please sleep 7 to 8 hours. Uh, it's the only thing which is more important than even the things I talked about. So sleep first. Mental health is the most important thing. Everything else will come later. Right? Okay, so what else? There's any other question? Okay, so I think yeah. So some people have Keshav has done 50 plus days and still have second thoughts. Um, okay, so how can I wake up at 4:45 instantly without second thoughts? Well, I don't honestly. I don't care. You have second thoughts or third thoughts. You decide. You wake up. Right. I mean, I'll tell you. Here's the thing. We expect certain things to become easier. What I found is some things will never become easy. Like running in the morning. If you have running twice a week, thrice a week, which is what I do. When you start, there is always hesitation. So accept it. Embrace it. Accept it that the friction will remain, and that's how life is, and we'll still do it. Right. So don't worry about whether the second thoughts will be there, they'll not be there. That's all right. Okay, so let's get started. Meditation, workout, whichever sequence, you can do one or the other first, and push hard, push yourself hard, build your confidence, and step by step we will move forward. Right. Thanks for joining. It was lovely talking to and being with you guys, and we'll have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. What time? 5 o'clock. Okay, bye bye, take care.